Thank you. What's an opinion that you have?
Any opinion that I have? The left is violent.
In what sense?
In what sense? That, first of all,
I like the zins you have next to you, brother.
I have enough.
No, I'm
Ask real questions. The left, you asked me why I think the left is violent.
How so?
Right. So I'm going to answer now.
Okay.
The left is violent because every leftist revolution that has ever taken place has been a violent one. Socialism.
That's what a revolution is.
I'm not pause. Pause. Socialism has never been put into place without a violent. Without a violent revolution.
Because it came through revolutions,
I think that
which are violent inherently.
I think that we have in recent years seen a massive uptick in the amount of political violence, especially from the left.
Okay.
Okay.
Right. Like, I'm not disagreeing with you. I don't think anybody can disagree with that. But like,
Okay, so you agree?
Does that reflect anything on the right not being violent inherently?
Well, the sign doesn't say the right isn't violent. The sign says the left is violent.
But
no, I don't think that the right has been increasingly violent over the past several years.
Increasingly, but would you say there are also like violent acts within the right that are happening? Would you agree with that?
There may have been a couple over the past 10 years.
Okay, so why are we trying to hint at the left being violent generally?
Because there is a much bigger problem with left-wing violence than there is with right-wing violence.
How so?
Well, let's see. Conservatives or right-wingers didn't try to kill Joe Biden 5 times. They didn't kill, in the most public assassination in world history, a left-wing commentator. They don't attack left-wing journalists in the streets. They didn't shoot up a congressional baseball game in 2017. When Biden was president, they didn't firebomb federal facilities, which are all things that have happened from the left towards the right.
I'm curious what you would consider as like a right-wing violent act.
Like an example? You want me to name an example?
Yeah, generally.
January 6th.
That's a right-wing violent act?
I think that was an example of a violent right-wing riot, yes.
What about other things? Like, would you consider general race-based attacks?
No, racism is not inherent to the right wing. Hitler was a national socialist, but he was very racist. No, I don't think racism is inherent.
What would you consider to be a right-wing violent attacks then?
I can categorically. In the past 10 years, categorically, pretty simple and obvious. Curiosity. It's pretty innate to the word right-wing violence. Violence, an act of physical aggression carried out to disadvantage a person, done to meet right-wing political ends.
Okay, so outside of January 6th, you can name any other.
I can't think of any. If you can think of any, I'd be happy to hear.
I don't know. On a personal level, I'll probably agree with you that the left inherently seems to be much more aggravated from a political standpoint anyway, but I would say it's probably based around the government being based on Republicans, not anything else. I think the left is probably just as capable of being. So
tell me then, why when Democrats were in office, when Joe Biden was president, why did we not see a massive uptick in right-wing violence? In fact, we still, while Joe Biden was president, saw an uptick in left-wing violence. In fact, it wasn't. One second. Sure. It wasn't conservatives who stormed the gates of the Democratic National Convention, the DNC in Chicago. It was leftists who did that.
Sure. Would you agree that the left isn't as, how you say, trigger based when it comes to their political campaign as the right is? Like, Trump is generally very much known for his, in the right wing, you'd probably say charisma, but on the left, you'd probably say some just...
Right wing what?
Sorry?
I didn't catch that. His right wing what?
In the right wing, you'd probably say his charisma, but in the left-leaning way, you'd probably see him as...
rhetoric?
Yes, his rhetoric.
Like, well, yeah, his rhetoric is more right-wing because he's right-wing.
Correct.
Yeah, of course.
The left, I guess, generally, when they acquire power, they don't really rely on their trigger friendliness when it comes to like public.
What do you mean? I mean, totally they do.
What do you mean? Like,
Joe Biden accused Trump of being a racist repeatedly. He called him a Nazi.
It's not about accusations. It's just general rhetoric. The people around Trump in general is just very trigger happy when it comes to other people.
What do you mean trigger happy?
Generally just triggering a lot of people. Just saying very, I wouldn't say like very violent rhetoric, but.
So his rhetoric's not violent. He maybe says a mean word or two.
So what? That's really how you summarize it.
Yeah. So this is my view.
If
you can't hear mean words without spurting out and doing violence, that is a problem within your own head.
It's not about mean words. It's the whole rhetoric on the right, generally being very, very friendly to trigger the left.
Again,
that's the whole culture behind. Would you not agree that exists?
One second. If my words cause you to do violence, that's a problem with you, not with me.
It's not about words causing violence. It's the whole culture on the right generally.
We're talking about Trump's words and how the causation with left-wing violence happens. Please allow me to respond. You're talking about rhetoric, words, and the causation of then spikes in left-wing violence. My position is that if my words cause you to do violence, that's a problem with you, not a problem with me.
Completely disagree.
Huh?
I completely disagree. It's an absurd
So you
expectation
think
to
that
have.
my words
It's an
should beget violence?
It's an absurd expectation to have. Generally, it's not even a human one.
It's an absurd expectation to have that when I say something, somebody shouldn't try to kill me for it.
That's
My words shouldn't cause violence from you. That's not an absurd expectation.
Sure. On paper, we can agree that human decency.
No, not on paper.
Can I finish though? Can I finish though? Like on paper, we can agree like there is human decency, as in like people should not be triggered by words to actually like act on violence. But that's not what happens, right? A lady can actually like wear very skin revealing clothes, walk down the alley, probably not expect to be, I don't know, like attacked or basically looked at in any kind of like scary way. But that's still gonna happen. Like we're living in the real world.
Right, we're living in the real world.
So if you have
again, wait, hold up, pause. Let me respond to this. Let me respond to this.
Can I finish my point?
No, I'm overriding.
Why not?
You. I'm responding.
Okay, but why?
You can pick up after this.
I can't even say my point.
You brought up a girl. You brought up a girl.
My point.
1 second. You brought up a girl.
My point
you brought up
is
a girl. You're not going to overspeak me. Kill his mic.
I didn't even make
Kill his mic. You brought up a girl walking down an alley in skimpy clothing getting raped. Again, in the same way that I said, if I say mean words and somebody does violence against me, that's a problem with them, not with me. If a girl walks down an alley in skimpy clothing and gets raped, that's a problem with the rapist, not with the girl who chose to wear an outfit.
Are you still intentionally going to walk down the alley then in the dark saying I should not be raped in that case? Would you do that?
Should you be raped in that case?
I didn't say you should. I said,
okay,
would you?
So we agree
let me make my point.
that the left should not respond with violence when Trump says mean things.
Yes, I did. What I'm saying is there is still an inherent culture in the right that is encouraging just triggering the opposite political party constantly. Like, could you not actually take blame on that side?
Does that mean we should be attacked and killed?
It's not about.
Notice how after Charlie Kirk got killed and lots of people celebrated his death, we didn't go kill people. We didn't go burn down businesses. We didn't go attack people. We didn't attack left-wing journalists.
Can you acknowledge the reality that we're still human beings? The opposite.
Yeah, I'm a human being and I'm not deranged. I don't attack people for their words like the left does.
The whole point is if you entirely base your entire culture on triggering the opposite side, they're going to get triggered. Can you not acknowledge that?
They do the same thing to the right.
It's okay. So what are we gonna end? Like it's just
you notice the difference.
It's just
the right wing doesn't try
logic.
to kill them. The left wing does try to kill us.
It's just kindergarten logic. Like, can you not?
It's not kindergarten logic.
It is like they do it.
It's
so
wrong
why
to
not we,
attack.
right?
No. I'm not saying.
That's fine.
I'm not saying that they do it. Therefore, we should be allowed to do it.
That's literally what you were saying.
No, it's not.
That's literally what you were saying.
Listen to what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying.
What are you saying?
I'm saying that when they are mean to us, we don't attack them, and we shouldn't. When we say mean things to them, they try to kill us. And they shouldn't, right? But one side does it, and the other one doesn't. That's the problem. The left is violent. That's the issue we're talking about.
I literally disagree with you that the left is as politically, at least in the online space, trigger-friendly when it comes to just...
Insulting people is not violence.
It's not insulting. Why are you summarizing as just purely insults? It's not insulting. It's quite literally farming the... I don't know. It's just for lack of better words.
Words, right? We're talking about words. Verbal?
What else would it be?
Okay.
What else would it be?
Well, it could be shooting at the president like happened 2 nights ago.
It's quite literally a one-to-one thing. If somebody in front of you standing there, would you still verbally assault him? Right? Just verbally assault him. Would you insult him and just
no, I wouldn't, but that's not violence. We're talking about violence.
Yes, the whole point is like...
We're talking about the left trying to kill people, trying to harm people.
Why could you not still encourage a much more formal code of conduct when it comes to the right culture? Why could you not do that?
Why should I be nice to people? You asked me a question, now I respond, or we're going to kill your mic. Why should I be nice to people who try to kill me?
Because you're not being nice. You're influential to your own demise.
Why should I be nice to people who want me dead?
Because you're triggering them to actually want you to be dead. You understand that, right?
I've done nothing to make people want to kill me.
Not you specifically. I'm not being personal.
I'm talking about me specifically. There's a person in jail with a class 2 felony for attempting to murder me because I'm a conservative.
I don't know you. I don't care about you. What I'm talking about is the right. The right, actually. Why would you encourage a culture like that? Generally, why can't you actually take responsibility?
I don't encourage.
Yes, you do. By focusing entirely on the fault of the opposite side. Yes, you are.
But it is the fault of the opposite side.
Not,
because one side is not trying to kill the other. The left is trying to kill the right.
You're basically doing nothing, and the left just spontaneously wants to kill you.
I can't have this conversation with you. You're not engaging. You're just saying, well, the right is very mean, and therefore the left should be allowed to kill them.
Okay, if I summarize
my point. What the hell are you talking about?
What I'm saying is, by entirely focusing on the opposite party's perspective or stance, generally you're taking any responsibility away from your side.
Name one time, name two times in the past. Name one time in the past year that the right has carried out an act of violence against the left. One time in the past year. Name one.
I probably can't.
Okay, I could name a dozen examples. Savannah Craven violently attacked in the streets of New York City. She's a reporter. Savannah Hernandez Attacked 2 weeks ago in Minneapolis for being right-wing, being labeled a fascist. She's a reporter. Nick Sorter was attacked 3 times in the span of an hour in Minneapolis for being a reporter. The President of the United States was shot at 2 nights ago. Charlie Kirk was murdered behind a table just like this one 6 months ago. I can name you infinite examples of left-wing violence against conservatives. You can't name one in the past year.
Or you got your clip. Nice. Like, I already agree with you that the left is more violent as it is right now. What I'm kind of arguing against you right now is, why wouldn't you push back against your own political party?
Because my political party isn't doing it. My political party isn't doing it.
It's not doing the act. It's not doing the act of violence.
Right.
Generally.
Exactly. That's why I'm focused on the left doing violence, because they're actually doing it.
It's encouraging a culture of trying to just demean the opposite party.
Oh no, they're mean. Let's kill them.
It's just that simple logic.
Yeah, I'm not going to focus on right wingers being mean when the left wingers are trying to kill us, and they are killing us.
Yeah, but like, you don't have any responsibility in that? It's just basically
No, it's not. Again, in the same way you brought up earlier, the girl who walks down the alley in the skimpy dress, she has no responsibility for being raped if somebody rapes her. All the responsibility is on the rapist, not the other way around. And that was your analogy.
Yes, my whole analogy is even on paper, if we can acknowledge that a rapist should probably not touch a woman.
It's not on paper.
Yes, it is on paper,
it's
because
in reality,
the real world,
the rapist is responsible for 100% of the rape.
If we had to basically hypothesize, would you encourage a woman to walk down an alley, revealing a lot of skin in the dark without any protection? Would you encourage her? Just on the principle of nobody should touch you.
I would say that it's not safe.
Yes,
but
there you
still,
go.
all
That's
of
the whole point.
Responsibility falls on the
rapist. That's the
rapist.
whole point. We can talk about principles about what people should basically act on.
But if she chooses against my advice to do it anyway, that doesn't mean she's responsible for her own assault.
Everybody's responsible for their own act, especially
Holy shit.
preemptively. If you can talk about triggering somebody who has a gun on them.
I think your ideas are dark and dangerous.